Welcome to Perception is Reality, where we concentrate on the news stories that matter, not frivolity. I'm David Sparks, I'm your host, and these are the headlines. House Amendment 413, an amendment that would have ended authority for blanket collection of records under the Patriot Act, was narrowly defeated in the House last week. The amendment would also have barred the NSA and other agencies from using Section 215 of the Patriot Act to collect records, including telephone call records that pertain to persons who are not subject to an investigation under Section 215. House members who voted against the amendment received 122% more from the defense industry lobby than those members who voted to approve discontinuation of blanket mass surveillance of the American people. The United States Marine Corps officially declares lack of spiritual faith as a sign of instability. Huffington Post reported this week that the United States Marine Corps maintains in its doctrine that a lack or loss of spiritual faith is just cause to increase scrutiny of any given Marine. This clause is present in at least 2 Marine Corps publications. Quote unquote, lack or loss of spiritual faith is included as a guidance/moral compass issue in both of these documents under a list of risk indicators for use by leaders at all levels to identify and address risky behavior or events that may lead to risky behavior as soon as possible. Quote, this apparent character flaw is juxtaposed with such things as lack of courage, history of psychiatric hospitalizations, past or current substance abuse history, and being antisocial. Quite simply, it's the current official position of the United States Marine Corps that those who do not profess a religious belief or choose to leave their religion are considered a potential hazard to themselves and the Corps to be placed under greater scrutiny than their peers. 4 in 5 in U.S. face near poverty. According to an AP report released last week, 4 out of 5 U.S. adults struggle with joblessness, near poverty, or reliance on welfare for at least part of their lives, a sign the report says is a deteriorating sign of economic security and the elusive American dream. Survey data exclusive to the Associated Press points to an increasingly globalized U.S. economy, the widening gap between rich and poor, and the loss of good-paying manufacturing jobs as reasons for the trend. Nationwide, the number of America's poor remains stuck at a record number, 46.2 million, or 15% of the population, while rates for blacks and Hispanics are nearly 3 times higher. Detroit's financial crisis hasn't derailed the city's plan to spend more than $400 million in Michigan taxpayer funds on a new hockey arena for the Red Wings. While the city of Detroit seeks bankruptcy protection for the city, politicians say that a new $400 million hockey arena is the kind of economic development needed to attract both people and private investment dollars into downtown Detroit. Kevin Orr, the emergency manager appointed to oversee the city's finances, is sticking with the plan. Orr said Detroit's bankruptcy filing won't halt the arena plans. Critics claim the project won't have enough economic impact to justify the cost, and that it's a misplaced priority for a city facing such dire economic conditions. Detroit city services are already stretched thin. Police take up to an hour average to respond for help, and 40% of streetlights are shut off to save money. Orr also wants to make deep cuts to the pensions and healthcare coverage promised to city employees and retirees. According to the Baton Rouge Advocate, the Baton Rouge Sheriff's Office is conducting stings to find men willing to have consensual gay sex and arresting them for crimes against nature. No money is discussed in these exchanges, and the men are being targeted under the state's sodomy law, which has been unconstitutional since the U.S. Supreme Court's 2003 Lawrence v. Texas ruling. At least a dozen of these arrests have taken place since 2011, the most recent taking place July 18th. The district attorney said that none of these cases have been prosecuted because no crime occurred, but the men are still being arrested, jailed temporarily, and fined for agreeing to have private sexual activity.